Welcome to The Advocates. I'm Aaron Dean. The new Speaker of the House has a clear record of targeting the LGBTQ plus community, even supporting the criminalization of gay sex. Before taking office, Mike Johnson was an attorney for the Alliance Defense Fund, a socially conservative legal group in Louisiana. Johnson wrote an editorial for a local Shreveport, Louisiana paper calling homosexuality an inherently unnatural and dangerous lifestyle. He also wrote an op-ed on his opposition to a Supreme Court ruling in Texas that overturned the state's laws that criminalized queer sex between consenting adults. Johnson won the Speaker's gavel with unanimous Republican support after the House ousted former Speaker Kevin McCarthy. Well, emotions are running high in Texas over a new immigration bill. The legalization would create a new criminal offense for illegal entry into Texas from Mexico. It's also calling for detaining migrants, then returning them back to Mexico. A debate on the House floor lasted into the early morning hours. A video shows Mexican-American Democratic lawmaker Armando Wall challenging a motion to limit debate time on the bill. He says that the legalization will put Latino families, including his, in danger.
Being attacked on a daily goddamn basis.
They can't stand on this bill.
I've been sitting there my whole goddamn time listening to y'all mother. It pisses me off. None of y'all mother know this, bro. You're my friend, man.
All these cowards.
You, but this hurts. The that happens on these goddamn
cowards.
hurts. I can't go to a boiler. I can't go to a baptism because my community is being attacked. Y'all don't understand the that y'all do hurts our community. It hurts us personally, bro.
Could you just let us
It
debate
hurts
it?
us.
Just let us debate it.
It hurts us to our core. And y'all don't understand that. Y'all don't live in our skin. Y'all don't, man. And that's what pisses me off.
The border security package was eventually approved. The governor of Texas also wants to increase penalties for smuggling and spend $1.5 billion to build a border wall. The Transgender Law Center and the ACLU are suing the state of Tennessee for criminalizing people who are living with HIV. According to the group, Tennessee's aggravated prostitution statute, those convicted of prostitution must register as violent sex offenders. They will also be charged as a felon if they have HIV. The TLC at ACLU say that the state's laws are archaic and target black and trans people. Well, switching gears, the Out100 list is here. Out magazine is honoring changemakers in the queer community, and I spoke to the one and the only Kevin Aviance about being an Out100 honoree and opening doors for others. Congratulations on being one of our Out100 nominees this year. This year's theme is opening doors. How does it feel to be on this list?
I think I was on this list about some time ago, and like back doing Dindada, I think, and I don't remember it, but I will tell you that this is a new me, and since I got this second chance of like my career, my life, and everything, and to be honest with you, I never really stopped working ever, but this has been like as if I was 20 years old again. You know what I mean? It's been so amazing, and so I've been so present in it, and so emotional about it. Like it's been such a blessing. I feel like literally my dear friend, the late Ari Gold. I feel like he has his hands in this. My mom has their hands in this, and I feel like it's people very important in my life that just like stirred up something up in the universe and just like went. Bosh, now you're ready. You know what I mean?
All right.
So it's just been such an incredible time for me. Yes. And I think it's incredible. I love it.
Well, you are truly a trailblazer. That's why you're on this list, and you've been doing it for so many years. What keeps you going, motivated, and especially what keeps you going to be your authentic self all the time?
God does. I don't know anything else I don't know what else to do. And, I've developed this thing, and I just try to make sure that I am my roof's over my head, and I make sure I'm fed. I make sure that I take care, get my rest, and I make sure that I have still dreams. I still dreams at night of being, going past this level and doing more things and doing, so I never stop dreaming. So, I mean, it's just one foot in front of the other and doing and just, being present in it. You know what I mean? And, I know there's somebody out there, like, in the Midwest or there's a little black boy out there. I know that he's going to be touched, and I know he's going to want to be, because he sees me and he wants to do the same thing. You know what I mean? So I just, I'm alive. First of all, I'm alive, and I'm blood's running through my veins, and I'm just like happy. You know what I mean? So excited. Yeah, that's what keeps me going every day.
It is a blessing. It's a blessing. It really is. And this past year or so has been so cool for you. And it's been so cool to watch. The world listened to you become a very distinct voice on Beyonce's Renaissance album. Your 1999 song, Cunty, was sampled in one of my favorite songs on the album, Pure Honey. And, can you kind of speak to how influential queer music has always been?
Oh, my goodness. Well, where do we start? I mean, let's go back to the time when the first faggot showed up, you know what I mean, with a drum, I guess. I don't know. I just, I think about Sylvester, you know what I mean, and how he had this birthday recently, and just how everybody's just celebrating his birthday still, and how his music is still there, you know what I mean? You Are My Friend, the way he sings, and then they released a recording of him, back in doing the first recordings of him just doing like a bunch of jazz songs and stuff like that, and I am so moved by that. And I just know that he was so true to his music, so that's what I make sure that I am true to my music, and I'm true to the message I want to give out. And, I try not to go too far out my range or anything, but if I have to do something different, then I'll go out there and learn it. And then I'll put myself to the thing to like learn how to do it, and then I really don't, I'm just, how it is, girl. I mean, I'm just like, I just don't know anything else to do, you know what I mean? And so when he's doing the music and the dressing, the drag, the talk, and all that stuff, that's just me, you know what I mean? And all I need is a little audience, and so it just keeps me going, you know what I mean? And well, I've had a big audience this past year, so seeing all that stuff happen, it's just been like someone heard me, you know what I mean? It's just to be heard that way by that goddess, it's just been like, a black billionaire woman, artist, like incredible diva, you know what I mean? The one who, like, Beyonce had a hard road. She didn't have an easy road to being Beyonce, you know what I mean? And for her to be where she is right now, to be in it and to live it and to be it and to just get respect, whether people like her or not, she's gotten respect this time around so fiercely, you know what I mean? And I just love that I'm just in the backdrop, keeping the bass line going. Cunty, 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 cunty. You know what I mean?
And I love it.
And she gets it. She gets what cunty is. She gets the drama of cunty.
Well, tell us. Okay, so for those who don't know what cunty means in this context, tell us what that word and that phrase means. Educate us.
Well, for me, it's an anointment from God. It's when you have your confident level is you've gone through all the trials and tribulations of being who you wanted to be, mostly when you're young, and then all of a sudden you're just fierce, and no one can try to derail you, or no one's trying to get anybody try to stop you. They pretty much get crumbled around you. You know what I mean? Cunty is like, it's not only just a feminine, like a feminine essence that come over you, but it's also a masculine essence also. And my mama said a blessed assurance, you know what I mean? Like this, someone's got your back, you know what I mean? So you can just, as long as you are true to it, you know what I mean? And you trust it and then you do it, you know what I mean? You can't be rancid, you know what I mean? You can't be rude, you know what I mean? I was really borderline back in the day, like teeter-totter, because I was a loud, like obnoxious, queen back in the day.
Thanks Thanks for watching The Advocates. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to stream us live. And you can even subscribe to our YouTube channel. For The Advocate channel, I'm Aaron Dean.